At Bunnings, a little can go a long way with our lowest prices. Dulux paint $116.94, Monarch roller kit $25.77. Will you find a competitor's lower price on the same stock item? We'll beat it by 15%. Bunnings Warehouse. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
Kei nā maunga whakahi, nā awa whakatere o te motu whānui, huri noa, tēnā rā koutou katoa, hoki mai anō ki Rotorua, ki tēnei whakataitai āmotu arā ko te 2024 Bunnings National Touch Championships. This is the 21 mixed pool game between Manawatu and Taranaki ko Harley Wall tōku ingoa. E whakapāho atu nei kia koutou māua ko Maya Williams. Maya, welcome back. We've got another great game in front of us. We had a couple of close ones in the 21 mix yesterday, and what can we expect to see in today's game between Manawatu and Taranaki?
Yeah, Harry, thank you for that, bud. Looking forward to this one. And the reason I'm looking forward to it, I love what Touch New Zealand does, it ensuring that as best they can with the amount of games that we have on our live stream, and the first 2 days in particular, to try and get all of our regions represented here so they can see some of their whānau out here, their people, their key touch players back in their modules back home on the live stream. So it's great to have both of these teams on. The other thing I'm looking forward to in this game is these two teams are very evenly matched. If you look at their results, had very similar results, which sort of suggests that it's going to be an even contest. We just had the Taranaki 21 mixed team warming up out in front of us, and they look on, they look ready to roll. So this is going to be a cracker, and surprisingly, I reckon this is probably one of the best referee groups we've had out in front of us. Yes, it was only day two, game two, but with Kalina Rua, John Wright and Tanisha Gill, you don't really get too many better combinations in this, Harley.
For those new to the touch system, there's also a referee badge system. So the top referees you might see on screen wearing a black badge, and so we're very fortunate to have 3 black badge referees in charge. E kai hau tuana I tēnei kemu e haere nei. Kia koutou o te maunga tito he o Taranaki. Ki te rohe whānui o te rangitāne o Manawatu. Nei rā te mihi kia koutou katoa. E mā takitaki mai nā i o koutou rohe, i o koutou iwi. Ki te anei nā rarangi ingoa ki te pauaka whakaata. A couple of names to keep an eye on. Number 1, Sherrard Chase. He's definitely going to be a difference maker for Manawatu. And equally for Taranaki, Nate Riddick, number 7. A couple of names that are familiar to me, I've seen floating in the youth pathways, in particular in the New Zealand system. Both of these teams also fall under, of course, a provincial structure that has an open mix team. So having a 21 mix and an open mix must surely be a good thing for a province.
Oh, absolutely it is. Totally it is. And coming from the Thames Valley, that's sort of where we've been at previously for the prior 5 years. Unfortunately didn't have an open mixed team here, and it's just so much easier when you have got that continuity. You've got that base of players coming through. Manawatu though, tap us off, and this is the second of our live stream games on day 2 of the Bunnings Warehouse 2024 Open Nationals. Just see the tension that this game started with. Manawatu came out, and unfortunately second touch, dropped the ball. Taranaki though, straight into their work, Harley.
We spoke in the game prior about making sure that we get the fundamentals right. An unforced error early from Manawatu, but Taranaki so far looking calm and collected and ready to pounce. We see a Bit of a pet play from a 32, and it might have paid off.
What a strike. Great positioning there from Tanisha Gill, the on-field referee. We see it in the replay, just the speed that they set this up with Harley. Great 32 play off the ruck. Just beat the defenders back to the scoreline. First set for Taranaki. First touchdown, 1-0.
Sometimes there's no strength better than speed. Perhaps we can expect to see a whole lot of high-paced tries in this one to come as well.
Really couldn't confirm or deny your last comment there, Harley. Oh, bang, bang, Manawatu straight back into it. So we see referee Rua take 2 steps back. Just getting the middles interested here, Harley. Looks like they're going to give a quickie, faked it. Went out to the right-hand side. Great dummy pass. Unfortunately, the link defender for Taranaki couldn't quite get across. 1-1. We knew this was going to be a close contest, an even contest. And that's what we got so far.
And we saw in that replay, just diving in between the 2 female players there. So in mixed touch, of course, there's always an advantage, or so they call it an advantage, but at least they have 2 female players on one side and can often be the side that teams choose to strike towards. So we'll keep an eye on that, whether that's a tactic that both teams look to employ as the game continues.
Whana, if you're wondering whether you should come down here, if you're in one of our close regions, in the Waikato Bay, Plenty Thames Valley maybe, definitely come down. What a high activity Rotorua is on a normal day, but not only do we have this incredible touch tournament running for today and tomorrow, but also we have the Kapahaka Regionals in town, Harley.
Lots going on here in Rotorua, as you mentioned, as we see a great break in the middle from Sherrard Chase. A hand just in time from Taranaki, so they'll get a recount, but as you mentioned, koia tēnā, Haruruana te Papatū Waiwai. Te Arawa Kapahaka Regionals also on this weekend, so lots of whānau around I've seen already who are floating in between both the Kapahaka and the touch to support their whānau, and a great saving touch there in the middle.
And not only that, the best thing is the sun. And now I don't need any, obviously, but if you do, or if you just want some vitamin D, then get down here because it is absolute cracker weather. Great work from your man, Sherrard Chase.
An outstanding dive we'll see here on the Bunnings Warehouse replay. Just his ability to get quite low, in particular with the ball in one hand only. Fakes the long ball, slides underneath, too hard to catch. And great honesty as well there from Taranaki. Manawatu 2-1.
After that first set, Manawatu dropped that second touch, and now this game has really opened up. Just athleticism across the park. Again, goes under. A bit of whatever you do, I can do better. 2-2, Taranaki Manawatu.
Now, my predictions weren't too good yesterday, but they're starting to come to fruition today. Lots of high-pace action in this game so far, and some excellent diving skills we've seen from both teams. I'm sure they practice those when they're out on the ocean getting kaimoana as well.
Oh, it's good to see John out there. The 2 ladies have been doing all the mahi so far, awarding the touchdowns. Much better set defensively so far from Taranaki. Ooh. That was quick.
Yeah, it looked like he was perhaps in an offside position, but play on was the call from the referee. Doesn't have to shut down that play for Taranaki to get the ball back.
I made so many comments around just how awesome it is to see the evolution of the female touch game, to see the growth in our female players in the mixed. I mean, I say that not that the females were poor back in the days when you have players like Tabitha Huppy, Shah, Bannister. I think our women's mixed players used to be better than the women's back in the day. But not only that, our referees. And we've got 2 of the best in New Zealand out here, female referees. And not only best female referees, but as we see Taranaki once again going in for a touchdown.
Just gets on the outside of his player there. That's Jackson Steele. Keep an eye on the skill set again. As we mentioned, just very deceptive. Gets on the outside. He fakes the dump and slides on the right-hand side with the right hand out, and another try for Taranaki.
Back to talking about these incredible females. We see Alicia Ruiti in open men's and in the male grade finals. That hasn't happened since Tammy Clark. We see these 2 superstars. Oh, that might have been a tad forward. And I need to apologise to Carly Ann. I keep calling her Carlina for some reason. I don't even know her, Carlina. I just call her superstar because that's what she is as a referee. But Manawatu now hot on attack. Quickie play back to the middle. Ooh.
You've made mention of our female referees, both obviously heading to the Touch World Cup later on this year. So opportunities not just for our players and coaches, but also too for our referees.
Great call. Sherrard Chase now steps off his left. Oh, acres of space. It's actually a 2-on-none.
One there will rue that didn't quite go to hand here. Taranaki now rucking really hard to get towards their sub box and fresh legs on.
Yeah, very big missed opportunity there, unfortunately. Taranaki though, making their way upfield quite comfortably actually. Good direction from Talon Fox. Talon Fox into the backfield. Was a touch made. Referee Wright said it was. He's always right. Talon Fox, it's a name that, would he have been playing at the Youth Nationals?
Could have, yeah, certainly.
I feel like it's that hairstyle too just makes me think that I called him at the Youth Nationals.
Couple of touches left in hand for Manawatu now. Trying to stake their claim on this game to close that gap down.
Great defence, great shut defence. The number 2 from Taranaki. Kataraina Rio. Great defence. Now she's in, doing the hard mahi on the yards. Ooh, that was a strong touch. We just see a bit of feeling, like it, Harley, a bit of feeling creeping into this game.
Whoever wins the middle of the game will certainly be the one that can help propel their team forward. At the moment, it looks like Taranaki are doing so, and it looks like as well a penalty has been awarded for offside.
Really earned that one, did Taranaki, just their speed, not going to the high defender, getting into the back, getting the Manawatu defence rolling. Quickie now.
And for Manawatu, they'll really want to be moving and progressing forward from the try line, not only to avoid any penalties, but to take away that space that Taranaki are using really effectively.
Oh! I thought the play was over. So unfortunately did the Manawatu middle defenders. I thought they had defended this first phase fantastically well. I just thought it was just going to die here. Beautiful flick up. I'm not even sure his mate, the number 7 from Taranaki, Nate Riddick, knew it was coming, but great touchdown, Taranaki. 4-2. We just think about the one Manawatu missed when they had a 2-on-none down here, and Taranaki have gone down and scored. That's a 2-touchdown swing there, Harley.
That's right. And great awareness as well from Riddick, just to make sure he stays alive, as we see the long ball going over the top. Very, very close, but not quite. Forward pass is the call. We're coming back. And Taranaki survive a game.
Yeah, I think they're just working really, really well. Taranaki, both ends of the field, and this is probably the strongest part. It's through the middle of the field. Talked about it, you win the middle. Give yourself the best chance of winning the game. We see Talon Fox now. The only thing more spectacular than his haircut is his speed.
Love to see little backdoor cuts, changing up their options on attack there, and also involving their female players in the action as well.
Solid set so far for Manawatu. Third touch, just working back to the middle of the field. Looking to set up now with this one. Sherrod Chase back on the field. See him there, big long ball out to the left. Pops it back in. I think referee Wright had a penalty already though.
Manawatu last year beaten finalists in the 21 mixed grade, but many of those players have progressed on to the open mixed, and we will see them in the next game actually, so stay tuned for that. They take on Counties Manukau, both teams in the top 8, as Manawatu awarded a penalty in their green zone, so they'll want to make the most of this.
Just in case you didn't tune in yesterday, it was Harley's birthday, and today it's his happy 33rd and 1 day birthday.
Every day's a birthday, eh?
It's not a hard morning this morning, is it?
No, just a couple of quiets. I'm a professional. Straight back to the mahi as we see Sherrod Chase diving under.
Professional eye, I see. How was your steak and eggs you said you're going to have?
Quality. I took a photo. I'll show it to you later.
Did you cook it?
I did. Stone grill.
Did you get 50% off because it was your birthday?
I won't tell you all my secrets, or...
Oh, because it was your auntie who cooked it. Fair enough. Taranaki, though, repelled Manawatu.
They're doing a really good job of getting the fresh legs on. Third touch now powering forward. But unfortunately, just a little error in the roll ball, forward pass from the ruck.
Bit of a lull from the spectacular play that we got accustomed to. And from that, probably the 5th minute mark, the touch was hot and we had about 5 touchdowns scored in it. Now both teams making the adjustments that they need. Both defenses has picked up. Good extra yards there from Caleb Harding. Sorry, it was Destiny Ross. What's Manawatu got here? Passive play out the back. Oh, was the touch made? Excellent touch once again from the shutting winger. I think it was the number 6 for Taranaki, Amelia Parata. She's done a great job so far this game, Harley.
Denied a certain try there.
Oh, pick up.
Able to save that one as well from what was a certain error. And one thing I noticed Taranaki are doing is they're not necessarily running straight. They're trying to take the ball across the field to stretch the defence out and then re-centre, as we can see here. Fox again with the ball. He seems to be their action man in the middle. And it might have paid off. The referees are just checking. And I think we're coming back for a forward pass. Returning to the middle of the field here, Manawatu will tap us off to get us underway again.
With my coaching hat on, I always thought referees were good for picking those up. But with the commentary hat on, I think they're party poopers. Some beautiful passes. I just wish they'd let it go, but of course they can't. Great pickup. Excellent teamwork from our group of 3 refs. Decent drive there. Looks to go on the outside. Draw and pass. Draw and pass. Again, this Taranaki left side defence doing a fantastic job.
To me, it seems like the passes are actually to the right place. So the players are probably not in the best position to actually catch them. An adjustment we might see Manawatu make as we head towards the second half.
Oh, adventurous.
And the forward pass is called from the referee.
Sorry if you heard that comment come through our comms unit. We're just situated no more than 3 metres behind the Taranaki sub box on this side of the field. Our cameras are situated.
They've won one back though. Riddick now with the ball. Enticing the defence forward.
What a play.
Let's take another look at this in the Bunnings Warehouse replay. This is what we call fundamentals being done really well. Stepping to the right, teaming up for a great follow play. Manawatu shutting just too late on that play. And Taranaki will be happy to take another try on the scoreboard as we approach half-time, 5-2.
You said it would be a close game, but you did say Manawatu are going to win, so it'd be interesting to see if they could come back in the second half, Harley. If you were the coach, what was it that would be your one focus for the second half?
On attack, very direct in the middle, just when they're pushing the passes, just getting their outside players just to make sure that they're maintaining width and space and working together on defence. Just a couple of messages I'm sure that the team, Sam Burden, Naoma Chase, will pass on those messages. Tatana ki te whakatepenga o tēnei hawhe tuatahi. Me ki te me rongo hoki koutou i te ringi o te witara o te Kaiwawao. And we've arrived ki te pai wehe, half-time here between our two 21 mixed teams. Taranaki, Manawatu 5-2. Make sure you stay tuned for the second half to come.
A fresh coat of paint can go a long way.
4 litre Easy Coat interior paint, $91.58. Sally's 1 litre professional sugar soap, $5.61.
Where you find a competitor's lower price and the same stock item will beat it by 15%.
Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Kia ora touch whānau, welcome to Quick Hit, your short, sharp and touch relevant warm-up, with the aim of warming up and moving those important body parts before kicking into activity. The Quick Hit warm-up requires minimal space, minimal time and allows for innovation.
Homegrown Heroes is back, and this year I've got a new recruit.
Kia ora touch whānau, it's time to nominate the unsung volunteers who put the mahi in for the sport we love.
Enter them now for the chance to win $5,000 for their touch community.
No mai raro mai anō, a koe ake nei timata ai. Te wāhanga tuarua o tēnei kimi Wainganui nā kapa e rua Taranaki me Manawatu kia koutou e whakapāho atu nei mātou ia koutou. Nei rā te mihi, hoki mai anō. We're about to get back underway for the second half. We've been treated to some awesome tries, some individual efforts in particular. A couple of observations you've made from the first half, Maya?
Oh, I was actually impressed. I was just out listening to the Taranaki team talk, and number 8, Mauri, for Taranaki, just the leadership that she showed in that, and with her comms, she was very clear. We've been pinged on these two things, so let's make the adjustment. We're good enough to do it, so let's make that adjustment. And that was awesome to hear from her, one of the strong leaders in this Taranaki team. Dominant first half performance, and you hit the nail on the head. It's just about the accuracy down at the attacking end, and Taranaki have been significantly more accurate than the Manawatu team. And I'm sure they'll want to do that again for the second half.
Just waiting for te karanga a te kaiwawau ka timata no tēnei kēmu. As we can see, Manawatu looking calm and composed on field and in the sub box. We will see whether or not those adjustments can be made.
So your Sekapipi's still on Manawatu?
And a pack of Kinners too, just a big...
A pack? They come in packs where you're from, do they?
Yep, they're expensive though. So if anyone can hook it up, no mai hara mai. Keen for a feed of Kinners.
Now that you're working for the Olympic Committee, I mean the New Zealand Olympic Committee, you can hook us up. Taranaki though, slow start, good adjustment, it seems like, from Manawatu, really lifting, trying to put pressure on this Taranaki team, not allowing them to get to the 7 metre line where they've been incredibly effective. See a big left to right pass out to this right hand side, great chase out, lob back in, excellent work there from Manawatu. I really like to see how they've come out. I really like how they've come out in the second half, and it was a great touch there from the 11, Melina Miller.
Lifted their intensity, and we can see that that has carried over into their transition zone as well. Fresh legs coming on.
Excellent yard there. Trey Lush just got them well and truly over halfway.
One thing that they'll want to be wary of is that ball sitting on the ground for too long, giving too much time to Taranaki to adjust. As another gap opens on the right-hand side.
We see Curtis Hape goes in for the first of the touchdown. This is a great set of defense. Excellent ruck transition through that orange zone. Had Taranaki backpedaling, and then we just see them caught out for numbers on that right-hand side, the Manawatu right-hand side attack. That's exactly the way Manawatu coach would have wrote that first set up.
And that's the beauty of having a half-time, so that you can calm, or regroup, get calm, refocus on what the next task is, and that seems to have worked so far for Manawatu. Of course, a long way to go, still 13 and a half minutes. Taranaki now with ball in hand on the 7. How can they respond? A penalty awarded.
Is that what the half-time's for? I thought it was so you could die quietly, get some oxygen back.
That's for the referees, so they can get some oxygen back.
Cookie play, steps back inside. Ooh, referee right. They're having a steering competition there for a moment. Calls the touch. Riddick with the ball. Good defense. Did that come off the Manawatu player's arm?
Yeah, it could be an argument there for a recount, but we continue on. Couple touches in here. No, one more to go. And a follow play right in the middle.
Oh, Damon gets in. Riddick and Damon, you knew they just had something that they wanted to work with. Using up all the touches to get there. Riddick with the ball, passes it back to Damon. And I can only but imagine that with the surname Damon, that he's related to a very, very good touch player. Forward pass off the ruck there from Manawatu. Taranaki, great opportunity. Just hit back, got back to their 3 touchdown lead. And now have the ball just on their side of halfway.
And that last try scored very similar to the first half. So for Manawatu, making sure that they can keep tight, especially in the middle, to shut down that follow play.
Hawkins with his gas, looks to draw and pass. Great chase again from the Manawatu link. Hawkins again with the ball. Oh, just a nice little loop play. Good touch there though. Trey Lush, promising.
Very unpredictable finishes coming after the 5th touch, keeping Manawatu on their toes. It's difficult even for us to predict what Taranaki are going to do in these games. But equally we see here Manawatu under a little bit of pressure. The defence lifting for Taranaki to try and take away that meters. But they re-centre and look for their strike play coming. And unfortunately just runs out of space there. Well done, Taranaki.
Yeah, well done, Taranaki. Indeed, just again, we're behind the box and just love hearing Marara Mauri, the number 8 for Taranaki. Just a real leader, keeping her team calm, giving them direction. She just enters the field at the bottom of the screen there. Taranaki, great set, last touch, look to draw and pass, great hands, do we go back in? Excellent work, Manawatu, 3 defenders over there, Harley.
And the ball finishes on their side, which might make it easier as they ruck forward here too. But good connection defensively. Let's see how it moves forward up the field as well.
Taranaki though lifting too. Yes, the score is sort of 3 out. Not sort of, it is 3 out, but it's sort of been an even contest. It's just the 1%ers down on the attacking line. Manawatu now. Oh, big space. Does she get there in time? She sure does, Harley. Takes Manawatu back. Takes them back to 4-6.
Carly and Rua pointing to the spot, but have a look at this beautiful ball from Gerard Chase. Just loops over the top. Manawatu just in a right position and right place, right time. It was Destiny Ross there that finished that try off.
Had to pluck that well and truly out of there, did Destiny Ross. Did a great job.
We made mention if they could get their execution right on attack, they were going to be able to close this lead. So they've done a good job. 2 tries so far in the second half.
Kalani Lewis, we see him here, setting up with Fox. Lewis off to Fox. Just disconnected there, unfortunately. The Manawatu link not able to stay there with the middle. We see Lewis and Fox set things up. Fox off his right, sees his big space, draw and pass. Excellent work there from Lewis. Kalani Lewis, the number 9 for Taranaki. Back out to a 3 touchdown lead, 7-4. Manawatu trying to gain some momentum back there, Harvey, but fortunately just letting Taranaki back in.
Just defending as individuals on that last play. They seem to be gelling so far on attack, but to win this game and to claw this lead back, they need to work together on both ends of the field. As we see them set up their platform from a 32 and looking long again. It's worked so far in the past, but that pass just floats forward and a little bit too high that time for Destiny Ross to gather in.
Great point, Harley, talking about Manawatu defending individually, not as a team. You just hit the nail on the head there. That's exactly what it is. It's got nothing to do with their effort. They're working really hard, just unfortunately not working hard together. We see Taranaki 3rd touch. And get over halfway for 3 touches. You've really given yourself an opportunity now. This will be the set drive. Looking to get into that back defender. Oh, easy pass. It was the combination that did it just previously for Taranaki. Riddick and Damon.
Manawatu this time running away from their box. A different tactic that we haven't seen from them just yet. Let's see if it helps them get further forward.
Yeah, we only seen that once yesterday too. I think that comes down to probably the conditioning, physical conditioning of the teams. Just a bit of hui in the middle of the field there. Oh, been chili binned for a hard touch. We see the Taranaki player been given the signal. Sorry.
And again, we see Mauri just making sure that the troops know what happens in a chili bin. One comes off and, of course, needs to be replaced by another. So it's still 6-on-6 in this phase. A pure play looking to the right wing and unfortunately just floated forward again.
And that's, we would have seen at least 3 touchdowns that Manawatu missed out on. Not only from forward passes, but passes that had really no pressure on them. They had acres of space. The other supporting attacking player had no need to be rushing down to get the ball.
And also, it's pretty calm wind here today as we see a massive breakdown in the middle of the field. Can anyone touch him?
Liam Day. Little daylight between him and the next defender as we see him here. Just a nice pop up off the ground and just using his gas. Gets down for the 8th touchdown for Manawatu. Now a commanding lead, Harley, 8-4.
Unfortunately, just another reflection there. Disconnected, a little bit of individualised from the Manawatu defence that created that massive gap in the middle. So a big hill to climb and still 6 minutes or just under 6 minutes for them to try and claw back that lead.
It's another 2-touchdown swing. They easily could have got a touchdown on the right-hand side, which would have prevented that Taranaki one. So if you, 2 of those 2-touchdown swings, it would have been maybe 6-0. However, it's 8-4. Manawatu have the ball now. They come left. No, back to the right. Pop pass. Is this one forward? No, it's not. Great work, great adjustment. Manawatu, 5-8.
And Destiny Ross again in the action. Similar setup to their last try, except this time they faked the right. A great step off the side from Sherrod Chase. An excellent connection between the two of them there. He knows exactly where to pass, she knows exactly where to be, and another great try from Manawatu. Taranaki just taking their time here now.
Oh, straight down Main Street. You talked about being direct before for the Manawatu team, and we just seen what it's like. Taranaki absolutely come onto this with pace straight down the middle of the 2 middle defenders, and they just could not get there in time. Excellent work. I think that was Liam Day, the 16. 2 in a row for the young man. Manawatu, they'll be keen to hit back. Trying probably the exact same thing, actually.
They did just then, unfortunately, overrunning. So for any of our players, particularly our young players out there, on the 7 metres, if you're the one that's going to be receiving the ball, just make sure that you get your timing right. And of course, always hands ready to catch that ball as it comes off the ground. And a penalty. It looks like it must be for offside.
Ooh. Something else here. No, just a double whistle. Get the player back on the mark. Coach Killer there on the 5th touch. Talked about the regions earlier, Harley, just as we see Taranaki. Fox, I think it is. Number 11 for Taranaki, telling Fox it is. Just using his gas to get across the line. Really, everything was quite still. Fox, though, when you're blessed with that much speed, I'd be using it too.
Yeah, we saw the left middle was making the touch, but he still had enough space and time to get on the outside of the other middle. So, a little bit of a disappointing end to this game defensively for Manawatu, just letting a couple of tries and not quite following policies perhaps as designed. Taranaki, on the other hand, showcases some excellent skill.
Oh, lethal. The Manawatu attack is amazing, to be honest, and had they maybe passed 6 passes a half a metre backwards, then they would be tied up or potentially even in the lead. So I'm sure that slight adjustment can be made there. Defensively, though, like you talked about, we see it there. They're just running great lines. They're really gifted, can pass right to left, left to right. The number 2 from Manawatu, Callum Harding. Gerard Chase, you talked about him at the start of the game being the key player for Manawatu. And when he's had his hands on the ball, he's been lethal, Harley.
Certainly has. Unfortunately, just hasn't quite clicked for them defensively to stop Taranaki and players like Riddick and Day from being able to have their way. So they'll take quite a few points from this game, both positive and critical for them to work on. Same too for Taranaki as well. 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes now, remaining in the game. And as we see, a big looping pass, but the touch is claimed. Referees are just going to have a bit of a wānanga about whether or not she did make the touch or not. No. An important chat there.
Yeah. The universal, did you make the touch? Yes, I did. I'm going to ask you this one more time. Did you make the touch? I was talking to one of the referees in the previous national tournament. I think we could word that better as referees. Otherwise, it seems like we're walking them down a dead-end road where they're ultimately either going to get sin-binned. 11-6, dominant second half performance. Referee Wright just making sure that Manawatu have dropped down 2 5 players, which I would say they will be with for the remainder of this game, Harley.
Yes, we didn't quite catch it on screen, but the referees did follow through with the call of the Phantom. So not only was the try awarded, but also the player gets sent to the sin bin in this occasion.
Much harder now, obviously, for Manawatu, but such is their talent. I wouldn't be surprised if they're still able to get across the line here. Down Main Street again. Referee Rua saying both Taranaki players were offside. Ball down. Excellent job. 5 on 6, Harley, and still able to score.
Perhaps clocking off a little bit early here for Taranaki, and you can see the shoulders just turned out. Gave enough space there for Curtis Happy just to dive through, and he's happy with himself. Hoi anō, kua tae mai, te mutunga, te kaumatahi ki te whetū, Taranaki, Kārunga, Manawatu kei raro, me mau tonu mai koutou, he kemu anō kei te whai mai, ka wea haere tawhiti.
You know what time it is? It's time to dance.